So Indiana Jones 5, the production which has now, I guess, been marred with lots and lots of issues. This is, I guess, kind of an update on the injury situation. Take all of this with a massive pinch of salt, because all of this currently comes to us from The Sun. Notorious British and probably worldwide, I believe it is worldwide, shit rag. Not the best source for a lot of information, and I think I have actually debunked some of their stuff in the past. So take this with a pinch of salt, but if this is true, this is a massive problem. Actually, quite a huge problem, in fact. And we'll get into the ins and outs of why. But as you can see from the headline of this, and also the title of this video, Indiana Jones, or, you know, if you're the Sun, because you're so punny, Indiana groans. For at least, basically, is out of action for 3 months due to this injury that he sustained, prepping for a fight. So, yes, there you go. 3 months. Now, that is essentially the production of a film. 3 months is huge to be out of action for. 6 to 8 weeks, you can sort of dismiss a little bit. You know, you'd postpone it a little bit, you'd sort of rejiggle some other bits and pieces. But 3 months, 12 weeks is actually sometimes the production schedule of an entire film. So that's why this is potentially really bad. And more so because of where they were moving to. So they've done a lot of the outside stuff. They've done a lot of all of that. That was all sort of locked off, done. Not all of it, of course, but a lot of it was. And then they were moving, I believe, to Pinewood Studios. Now, Pinewood Studios, obviously, big lot. They have certain spaces that are, you know, tied in, locked in. They have set builders there working on certain bits and pieces. But they're all running on a schedule. No movie just owns it indefinitely. You know, they work there, then they pull out. More people come in, do their work, they pull out, so on and so forth. So being out of action for, well, the production time of a film can cause an issue with respect to the scheduling at Pinewood Studios. So in terms of how this moves forward, and we'll get into the article and what they claim in a moment, but I want to get this information out there first, so if anyone doesn't care, they can just click off the video, basically. But how this is going to potentially impact the film and what happens moving forwards, we won't know about any of this yet. Disney is notoriously renowned for letting people know right at the last minute that things have been delayed and shuffled and redated and rescheduled. So I don't think we're going to know any of this for a while. And that's actually sometimes good, sometimes bad, because even if this is the case, if they manage to rejig something, which I think they will actually struggle, and I've been resoundingly optimistic about this. I still don't think this film should have been made, but I am optimistic about its outcome because of the people behind it, James Mangold, essentially. But if they manage to rejig this, and, you know, praise be to Space Jeebus, they managed to do it, we won't know about it anyway. And then if they do, if they don't, whatever, we'll know it literally at the very last minute that it's been rejigged. So there you go. There's kind of the blunt news on it all. 3 months. Now this comes to us from, well, this comes on the back end of Grace Randolph saying 6 weeks. Then WDW Pro at Pirates and Princesses saying 8 weeks. Now we're saying 12 weeks. So it's kind of all over the place. That's why I'm saying take it with a pinch of salt. Because this movie does get clicks. And it's the same with any rumour that you get on the Batman. The Batman gets clicks. People are notorious for making up things or discussing things that potentially don't have a grain of truth behind them because they want the clicks. And The Sun is a shit rag. So here we go. Here's what they say. I can exclusively reveal that filming on the 5th Indiana Jones installment has been put on hold for at least 3 months while the acting veteran recovers. It means the movie has been thrown into chaos once again after filming was previously pushed back because of the pandemic. Now, if this is true, that's not actually over dramatic. That would be chaos. 12 weeks is the production time of a film sometimes. So that will throw this into complete chaos. That's not over dramatic. It's not an overstep. It's not embellishing. It genuinely would throw this into chaos. Now, an insider stated to this individual, again, Sun, the shit rag, it is Harrison's last outing as Indiana, and everyone thought it would be plain sailing. Why? Why did you think it would be plain sailing? He injured himself on The Force Awakens. I'm pretty sure it was The Force Awakens. Why did you think it would be plain sailing? Come on, behave. He's old. He's 78. Why did anyone think this would be plain sailing? After the initial delays, everyone was raring to go, but now Harrison is injured, and it is worse than first thought. And that's the thing here, like, a lot of people are kind of crapping on this movie and things like that, but what you do need to be aware of, I mean, it's an elderly gentleman's health on the line here, like, he's severely injured himself, as per these reports, so much so that he needs surgery. I mean, that's pretty bad, you know, like, Harrison, get better. The film's bosses have come together to work out the scheduling, and it's chaos, again, because 12 weeks... Pinewood Studios, you know, set builders coming in, coming out. I think that there is an air of truth behind. Now, the earliest they think that they can restart the production is September. That's quite a push. That is quite a delay. It was not what anyone was expecting, so to have to change everything is a huge blow. Everyone was concerned for Harrison, and they're glad he is on the mend. The actor was injured last week while filming a stunt. It was like a fight choreography, actually, not really a stunt. So that's surprising that they're saying it was a stunt. And this is why these kind of reports from The Sun start to fall flat. Because if they can't get that initial thing... Well, it was a fight. It was fight choreography. He was prepping for it. Come on. At the time Disney released a statement, they were pretty optimistic about it. But that's PR. They were never going to come out and go, we're really concerned. If anyone thought otherwise, you're an idiot. It was then revealed, of course, that Harrison would need surgery, which is pretty big. Shoulder being blown out, though, it could just be a rotator cuff problem. But yeah, for him to be straight back up and running again, yeah, he'd probably need surgery for it. So now the film crew have got at least 12 weeks of thumb twiddling, and they had better get used to it, is what this article says. But look, the main point here is, well, one, The Sun, so take it with a massive pinch of salt. 12 weeks, if this is true, that is a lot of thumb twiddling, and most production crews do tend to just move on to other things. They don't tend to hang around for that long, because that is the entire production of a film. That's huge. And I think that is why this is causing such issues. But Disney has all the money in the world, so they could just keep, I don't know, they could buy out another film in terms of their allotted slot with Pinewood Studios. But we don't know. It remains to be seen. At this moment, if this is the case, this has and will have absolutely thrown this film into chaos, and it will be a massive concern. And yeah, it could very likely be delayed as a result of it, because that's 3 months delay on post-production. That's what you need to consider here. They have a lot of special effects. We already know we're seeing a de-aged Harrison Ford at one point. There's even some shots of him outside with the speckling on his face, where they'll obviously do some de-aging there as well, or some form of post-production work. There's going to be a lot of post-production work on this film, and 3 months delay on that is huge. It's not a small thing. So this could potentially just throw it way out of kilter, and will probably have it delayed. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news on this, because I have been optimistic. And I still am optimistic, in fairness, because James Mangold was fantastic. Don't believe me? Watch Ford vs Ferrari, or 3:10 to Yuma, or Logan. Any number of films. Don't read his Twitter. That'll annoy you. Most people seem to be annoyed by that. But watch his movies. The proof's in the pudding. He's a very good director. And also a good writer. So anyway, let me know what you think, though, ladies and gents, down below in the comment section. If you are new here, please do hit subscribe. If you're new, you stayed this long, you might as well hit subscribe, because you clearly enjoyed the content. You can stay tuned for more just like this every single day into the future. Also, for returning subscribers, check you're subscribed. We've got memberships open in the description box. If you want to support what I do here, please do join the channel. You do get exclusive benefits, emojis, members live streams, game playthroughs, you name it, it's all there. Please do check it out. Anyway, cheers, take care.